Hey there folks, this is GreenyXI welcoming you to a brand new Let's Play. Today we're going to be kicking off Project 04, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, or as you can see on the screen, Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. That's because it's known in America as Fatal Frame, in the UK as Project Zero, in Japan as Zero. And the only reason I got the American name of it is, even though I'm from Britain, is because I imported it from PlayAsia to have a physical copy, and that's the only reason we got this going on. So we're going to be kicking it off. We've played the first 3 games before on the channel, so you know, go check those out if you like. I'm not sure how much this will relate to those because I've only played through this game once back on the Wii when it first came out. This is a remaster, and that's only because I got it was only out in Japan, and I imported it from Japan and got a what's it called? A translation patch to go on the SD card. So that went in the Wii. So I've played through it once before. This is going to be my second time playing through it. Honestly, it might as well be blind. I'm not going to have a clue. The Wii version was so long ago now. A couple of generations back, right? So let's get going. I am really excited for this one. I've been trying to record this for a long time. But the game only arrived today in the post when I ordered it from PlayAsia quite a while ago. So let's have a little look, shall we, at the options before we kick off anything else. General settings, sounds good to me. Operation mode, select control mode, what's that mean? It's funny how it's all in English, even though it's Asian. It defaults to English. I don't know. I've never done it before, action, classic. I guess classic would be the way to go, right? Run with L2, R1 and square for snap mode. I don't know what that means. I think I'd have to try it myself. Look around with the right stick, walk with the left stick. Quick turn by clicking L3. Shake off a ghost with the left stick. Quick turn right. Shake off ghost with the right stick. How do you get the camera up? That's all I need to know, I think. Ready camera with triangle. Okay, so what would action be? Put camera away with L2. R2 to attack. It is anyway. Lock on with L1. How do you get the camera out in that case? You don't? I don't know. I think we're going to have to just go for it and try and figure it all out. Ah, there we go. Ready camera with L2. How do you actually shoot? No, we'll stick with classic and we'll figure it out as we go along. That's very confusing map of controls to me. But maybe that's just me. Camera controls motion sensor function and right stick. No, I don't want that. I do not want... Wireless controls motion sensor. I do not want that. No, not at all. I know the Wii version had that sort of thing going on with the Wiimote and all that, but no. I prefer without the gimmicks. Vibration on, of course. All the sort of verticals and horizontals, we'll stick with that for now, I guess. Yeah, so off that. Next up, display and sound. Okay, subtitles definitely on. I love having those on, even if I can hear it and everything. I still prefer to be on. English display language, of course. And Chinese is otherwise. Okay. Surprised Japanese in there, but maybe that's me being sick. Yeah, that seems to be everything I want to do. Now saving. Good. Should we kick things off? I'm going to assume that there's a cutscene to kick things off, so I will crank up the volume and let you listen to that before we go. Normal, hard or easy, we'll go for normal. Ooh, brightness. Okay. I like to have it nice and bright because I don't like things being too dark in a horror. Adjust brightness so that all 3 ghosts are visible. I can't even see 3 ghosts here, so maybe that says something. There's the girl in the middle, there's the ghost on the bottom right, the giant face, and there's the one on the left by there. I think I'd like it to be nice and bright, like by there somewhere. We'll go with that. Work of fiction and similarities to actual organizations, events, or persons living or dead are purely coincidental. Well, yeah, it's a ghost house.
まどか、なんか思い出せた？うん、ずいぶん前のことだし。私たち5人が映っていたのは確かにこの建物ね。うん。ねえ、美咲、本当にここに来ればよかったのかな？写真の場所でも何も思い出せなかったし。もう帰ろう。私の言う通りにしてればいいの。まどかもあんな風になりたいの？ そう私たちを見てしまった。次は私たちの番だから。神隠しにあった5人が順番に。やめてよ。そういえばこの感じ。
Where'd you go? Prelude, Blossoming, Madoka, Tsukumori. Alright. I wonder if we get to use different characters. Again, it might as well be blind for me. Honestly, I can't remember anything. Walk using left stick. You can also use left stick with L1 to strafe. Okay, looking around with the right stick. Your objectives may update as you progress through the game. You can check your current objective from the menu screen, so if you're ever unsure what to do next, give it a look. Okay, find Misako Aso. Okay, so it's the map by pressing options by the seams of it. If I press the touchpad, find Misako Aso in the top right. Yeah, so it does do that. Settings, manual. Alright, so it only gave us like walking and camera for now. Photos lie scattered on top of the cabinet and in the drawer. The photos have faded and are no longer recognizable. Alright. I'm gonna go backwards first. Just to see if we could or not. Check the map. It hasn't blocked the door out, have you noticed? It's not one of those sorts of things. Like with Silent Hill maps, they automatically update and block them out for you a bit. Ooh, what was I saw? A rusted newspaper rack containing several ancient looking papers. The paper crumbles to the touch and the print is too faded to read. Okay. Should we try the lift? Maybe not. There's no option to actually try it. L2 to run a bit. Okay, good. It's a decent sized place to look through for just a prologue, I guess. Nothing going on there. Let me try that again. Just one sec. If I hold circle. No. So I remember with the Wiimote on the Wii version, you had to kind of hold it down and just feel scared shitless as you're doing it. No. There's an examine button there and I was looking for that. No, maybe not them. I thought maybe I'd be able to examine those masks. Okay, so we're essentially following our friend that we came here with, right? Hold L2 to run. While running, the camera will automatically follow behind you. Use L3 or R3 to perform a quick turn and face the opposite direction. Okay, that's handy. That'll speed things up a lot. Should we try this way? We're being heavily limited of where we can actually explore right now, aren't we? Which, you know, is fine as a prologue. You're not meant to have a million options in one of those, right? Oh, her torch. I guess we'll be taking that. Is that Misaki's flashlight on the floor? Good job we got the subtitles on, it's all in. We didn't have a choice of language for voice acting, which I guess they didn't for this game. Your flashlight illuminates dark areas and helps you investigate your surroundings. Typical flashlight. Use right stick to shine the flashlight in the same direction as the camera. It's not Misaki's. Jeez.
Misaki? Misaki?
I get that I meant to be following her directly, but I am going to check other doors. No. It's not even going to let me do that anymore. I was going to check every door just in case there were, like, items around, but maybe items are a thing in the prologue? I don't know. No, not going in. They must be locked from the inside. Misaki? Second floor nurse station. Okay, good to know. Is that through here? Or there were stairs right back where we started, so maybe that's where we need to go. I guess it is. Okay. Easy enough. Should we check the map? Oh, wrong button. I've been playing Resident Evil 4, the remake, and the touchpad is what brings up the map on there. So, ooh, save point by there. I didn't notice that when we came in. I remember this being just as good as the first 3 Project Zeros. Like, the first 4 are all such a high quality. The 5th one, on the other hand, it's a black sheep of the series. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just different, you know? Who's there? It's a nurse going to the nurse's station. That's who it is. Let's save. I'm going to be saving a lot during this series. I always do in horror games. Can I save? Maybe that wasn't a save point. It looks like a save point. I mean, the map shows it's a save point. No? Okay. We can't right now. I think this is all being made really blatant that we'll be coming back here and having more options open to us after the prelude. It must be. Right, so no idea which way is the nurse's station, so we'll just have a look around everywhere. What's this about? Look at this wall. Suspicious. Right. Can't go any higher anyway. What's this place called? Does it say? Rogetsu Hall, 2nd floor, lobby. I don't really understand what sort of place it is right now. I don't think the game has told us yet, has it? If it's got a nurse's station, maybe a hospital, maybe. Or maybe it's just like a residential place that has its own nurse's place. Who knows? Okay. Masks everywhere. With the name of the game, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, you know, masks are going to be heavily a part of the game, aren't they? Alright, so let's go there. Unless this door is shut like that and is locked again. No, not this time. Oh, that's a nice looking newspaper. What's going on? Why'd the camera change? No, I'm not going back to my room. There's no one here. You can examine the various objects found in your environment. Objects that can be examined will glimmer when you shine your flashlight over them. Find the key to the Aso Museum. Okay, should be easy enough, right? I mean, I'm not seeing any glimmering though. Nurse's uniforms and other items scattered inside the display case. Okay. Okay. All patients' records and files scattered over the counter. Ah, there we go. If an object shines after you pass your light over it, you can reach out with your hand to examine it. Stand next to the object and a circle icon will be displayed in the corner of the screen. Press and hold circle to reach out your hand and examine the object. To stop reaching out for the object, let go of circle. There'll be times you want to do that. You'll see. Notice the little bar on the bottom right, the blue. That means you're close to something as well, so keep an eye out. Ooh. Nurse's memo. Something's written on the paper. Okay. I put the key to the museum on top of my desk. There are a lot of irreplaceable objects in the museum, so please take care to keep the door locked at all times. I've been so excited to play this game, you know. I have been gagging for it, to be honest. I love my horror. ivy patterned key. So that's back down, museum engraved on it. Key for the room Misako went into, so we have to go back downstairs now. Press square to open the menu screen. From here, you can view the map, use items, view records of the information you collected so far. You can also press options while playing to open the map screen. Yeah. Okay, so it's telling us directly where to go to, and I remember. This place isn't too complicated so far. We haven't opened too many ways to go, so... all good. I'm going to try the door directly in front of us in case it gives us like a shortcut back down. You never know. Oh, shit. Was it? Is she meant to recognise the music? We'll avoid trying that door. I don't get the impression we're meant to go that way. It pointed us this way. Oh wow, that music is just... oh. I don't think this prelude is going to end too well. I wonder if we'll be using this character for long. Oh good, music's gone.
思い出せない。思い出したくない。早くここから出ないと。美咲を探さないと。
Well, I mean, she's brave to be sticking around here and looking for a friend. Don't know if I'd have the guts for it. Anyways, let's head down. These are the sorts of games as well where you have to really concentrate and try and remember ways on the maps and things like that. My sense of direction is awful, so I find them hard. Also for the shooting elements, the actual gameplay that we haven't come across yet, probably. But just in general, when it comes to wandering around, I find difficult. So obviously I'll cut whenever I get too lost. I think that would be for the best. I just saw an examine thing, so it's an old mirror. The glass is gone and the plating has rusted away. Okie doke. Was it this room? No, okay. Let's carry on then. Speaking of getting lost. Not that I have really. Close enough. Yeah, if you can't tell already, the game's going to be split into chapters and things like that. Use the key. Good. Don't even have to select the key item. Ooh. I just saw a typewriter. Yeah, I know. Our objective is still to hunt her down. Collection of old books. The name Kunihiko Aso can just about be made out in places. Ah, like Makiso Aso, right? Is that a camera? It's just an old camera, but there's something about it. If you've seen or played the other 3 games, there it is. Doesn't look like she's gonna take it right now, though. Professor Aso's notes. Those with spiritual potential can see shadows, forms invisible to the average person, the souls of the dead, vestiges of thoughts left behind in a place. My camera obscura was created to capture these clues to the spirit world, and I now have a chance to improve its capabilities even further. In the course of my research here, I've discovered that the materials used in mask making on Rogetsu Isle can improve the camera obscura's ability to capture those shadowy forms on film. I've also come to believe that the camera obscura holds a power greater than even I had expected. This is the power of the camera obscura to affect these shadows when photographing them. It's something like the exorcism that those with spiritual potential refer to. It's my experiments on this island that have brought me to this bold conviction. I've decided to denote camera obscura to the owner of the hotel. Donate. I did not explain why I was donating it, but I cannot help but feel that there will come a day when the island will need the power of the camera obscura. I only hope that I am wrong and that such a day will never come. Here it is. Let's grab it then. We're not leaving that behind. Oh, shaking. Yep. Okay, it's time to try and get used to the controls. Camera obscura is a special camera with the power to view and seal away the inconceivable. When a wrath appears, you can seal it away by taking photos of it with the camera obscura. Taking photos, triangle to take out the camera. While holding the camera, press R2 to take a photo. Easy enough. You can lock on with R2. Okay. So if you can see in the bottom right, if you could see it in time then, time 7 or 7 film, type 7 film, infinite ammo. So there we go. Defeat a wrath for the first time. Okay, that's an easy trophy. Was that a person? Leave the museum. Can we go through here? It looks like a mask. Was it just me or did it look like a mask? Or face on the door? I think it did. Ah, there we go. So that's the prelude done. 2 trophies right after each other, so close to the start. And I bet there's some really tough trophies. I haven't looked at the list, but I bet there are some really tough ones. Yeah, we're definitely going to save. I don't think there's an autosave function in this game, so... You know, it's old school in a lot of ways. Blossoming clear. And that's all we're going to be doing today. So, this has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you'll stick around to see some more, because this game is going to get... creepy as shit. It's the scariest survival horror sort of franchise for me. Because I'm not very good at it, and that makes it scarier. So, thanks again for watching, folks. I'll see you again in a bit.